Hello, everybody. This episode of Art Club with Story Grub is brought to you by ArtGuard X. ArtGuard X. It kills creativity extra dead. Use only as directed. Haha. All right. Back to the meat. Back to the meat of the matter. So, we were talking about doodling and drawing. What's the difference? Well, from thousands and thousands of years ago, I cracked open a book. It was called Cave Art and Where to Find It. And in it, on chapter 3, paragraph 13, sentence 4, and word 5, you will find the word love. And I think that's exactly where you're going to find it. Love. It's love. So it just depends on what you want to do with it. Do with it at the time. Personally, I really like art because it makes me feel good. Especially when I'm looking at it, or when I'm hearing it, or when I'm eating it. It just means so much when you're actually doing it. Filling in the gaps. Filling in the gaps. That's what we do. Where are all of you coming from, all of a sudden? And where are you going, is the question. There'll be a big surge in numbers, and then all of a sudden they all just go away. Onto the next best thing. I don't blame you. If anything, I blame me. But doodling is for the birds, and drawing is for the sky, and I think both of them can go hand in hand. Is it pixelated? Should I... Will this help? Getting too dark. So right now I'm just connecting the dots. I like to draw. What can I say? What is this art called? I don't know if it even has a name, but I call it spaghetti sauce. How do you learn it? Well, my love, you've got to unlearn it. That's the only way that you can learn it. It's or with drugs. That's all. Good luck. I'm just kidding. Just years of practice. Or you can do this. So this is how I do it, right? You can do this right here. I'll show you right now how to connect it. You just do that. A little eye. Sure. Why not? A little eyeball. And then, so you know that there's an eye there so that you can kind of look around and see. Maybe I'll just draw a nose. You know, a little nose. Why not? Sure. There it is. Right there. And then I'll have a little roundness to it. A hint of one up there. You can draw another eye, but you can do the eye differently this time. You do everything differently this time. You let that eye be itself. Come into its own in its own way. You know there's going to be an ear, so you put an ear in there. Or what looks like an ear, right? You mess with it. You twist it. Twist with that perception a little bit. Give it crow's feet because you've been smiling too long that day. Little crow's feet hanging about. underneath here, there's a shadow because the sun or the light is coming from that direction. Little widow's peak. The sun again, the shadow. Open your mouth, you little devil. And then you keep it up there because you know the edge is right there, so you make that sharper. And then bow the teeth. Bow them towards the way you want them to go, like they're bowing towards the direction you need them to go. And then you do this again, you bow them to the direction again. And then you just make that branch part of the bottom lip. And then you give it a proper lip, a proper bottom, proper bottom. I don't know what I'm saying. And then you just give it a little chinny chin chin. You can do this. Ear coming out like that. And then woo. Really just really give it a go. Yeah. You know, some kind of little face. And then you connect this right here, and of course you put it right there. Why not? It's called cheekbones, friends. You've got to feel it to believe it. You've got to do it to experience it. You can't sit there and wait for it to come to you, to sit on your lap. You've got to walk across the room and say, excuse me, I'm going to sit on your lap now, and just do it. But don't tell him I told you that. Otherwise you'll probably get arrested. You're going to have to get arrested a few hundred times. And it's going to look bad on your record, but believe me, it does pay off. Hello, Savage. Cheekbones are the devil's lettuce. Wait. Cheekbones are the devil's fetish. Wait. Cheekbones are cool. I like cheekbones. Without them, our faces would, well, they'd be saggy. Saggier. I've got cheekbones and I've got quite the jawbone as well. There. And now, because I left it open, I can add anything I want. Right? You like cheekbones? Seth, I love cheekbones. How are you, Savage? Are you hanging in there? Can you give me a shout out, please? Jenalis Concepcion. I don't believe you. I don't think you really followed me. And if you did, you're probably going to unfollow me as soon as the thing's done, because I'm going to give you a what for right now. Jenalis, I don't believe you even exist. Nor do I believe your God exists. Nor do I believe I even exist. So I'm having a heck of a time down here. But I like to draw anyways, and I think we could be friends if you really wanted to stick around and smell the flowers with me. I will not let anything ever happen to you, my friend. I will be there with you until the very end. I will protect you from the dark, cold rain that's coming, from the storm. And, you know, it'd just be nice to hang out with somebody. Uh-oh. I don't know why it hid that comment. Do I also like to smell cheekbones? I mean, you really can't. It's not a matter of liking it or not liking it. It's, you can't really help it now, can you? When somebody's in your face, give it a little sniff. It can't be helped. Regardless. It's irreversible cheekbone sniffing technology that we're all going to have to deal with, and we're going to have to get lightened up about. It's not just AI that we got to deal with. It's that gold sniffing, bone loving cheekbone technology that we've all got to start coming to terms with. And not the terms and conditions. I'm just not going to sign my name over to anything, but everything, friends. Everything. Oh, that's funny. I'm quite dead myself. It's very, very possible that we come from the same cloth. Oh, I call it the dead cloth. Dead cloth, I'm wearing it right now. Dead cloth, wearing it right now. My voice is really low. How low can I go? that's about the end of that one. That's what we call gibberish rock. That was actually written by the first man to ever have cheekbones. Quite curvy ones at that. We call him Daddy Cheeky. That's why we coined the term. That's where we gold coined the term. Cheeky. It was a land of 2,000 hands back then. We didn't have a choice. Our nostrils were too big. We could smell everything. You're not. Neither is anyone if you think about it. Imagine everybody out there claiming to be vegan, not knowing that they're eating millions and millions of microscopic bugs every day and all the time. Vegan, please. Do you like milk? Does anybody want to talk about milk? It makes me feel super creative in the morning. I wake up and I drink a bunch of milk. I'm not getting paid by the milk industry to say this. I'm getting paid by the cup industry. That you put it's the vestige, the vessel for said milk. Any kind of milk. I just like saying the word. It's like silk. Slips right off the tongue and into the cup. All right. Oh, gosh. Probably. That's why they call it cheekbone milk after all. Kind of like goat milk, but just from the cheeks. There we go. It's all starting to come together now. As we used to say back in the day when we lived on the rock, we're on a roll. I'm on a roll. We're on a roll. I love saying that word. Conde? Did I pronounce your name right? Just making sure. Thank you for those beautiful words. Such beautiful words. You sound like a lovely person. Seth, what do you want about? Talk to me. What do you want about? Keeps holding your messages for some reason. He thinks you're the dangerous type. And you know what happens when there's two dangerous types in one room, right? Don't you? No? I'll tell you. Well, sometimes we write a book. Sometimes we bake a cake. And sometimes we just rue the day. Rue the day. Not sure where I'm going with this quite yet. Maybe this right there can be this, though. Coming right down off the head. You know what I like to think about when I don't have anything to say? You know what I like to talk about when my lips don't work no more? I like to talk about the wizarding world and what it would be like to literally be some kind of wizard in a world full of non-believing wizard folk. Anywho. Slap a cheekbone. No, never. They're the most beautiful things I've ever seen. No, I never want to hurt one without his consent, of course. Cheeky little monkey. But it sounds like you desperately want to. Seems like it anyways. Definitely makes perfect sense. Perfect sense. Beautifully perfect. In every aspect. Even the word perfect slips and rolls and dissolves at the tip of your tongue, whilst saying the most beautiful thing known to man and woman. You know what that is, right? Pizza Tuesdays, Taco Wednesdays. Back in my hometown, those were the best words ever. But now that I'm older, I'd have to think about it for a bit. Just to make sure. I like to clear my throat every once in a while when I feel like there's a bubble of thing in it. Wouldn't you like that? I'm sorry, Seth. I cannot. I shall not. I shall not. By the way, everybody, this episode of Art Club is brought to you by Art Guard. Art Guard kills creativity dead. I just can't. I can't do it, Seth, and I won't. It's not something that my producers would let me say anyways. And they're looking at me right now with those big, slap devilly puppy dog-ish eyes. And they're saying something to me through the mirror. The C-way, the two-way, three-way mirror is actually 3 feet thick. I can barely see them on the other side. Their heads are magnified. It's like a funhouse mirror at this point. Might as well be. It's what it's like to live in this big shoe of a house. That's right, it's a big shoe. It's like a boot. Anyways, I'm getting off topic. They're trying to tell me, Seth, that if I say anything about what you said, I will die. They will stop giving me water and food. And they will just let me here. Let me here. They've already left me here. But then they're going to let me here, which is far worse. Without the F, left, just, whew. It's a really fucked up shit. And I think you know exactly what I'm talking about, because I think I know exactly who you are. Seth. I think I know what you're trying to do, Seth. And as much as I admire it, and I think it's brave and beautifully bold in all aspects, I just can't seem to find a dictionary so I can find out exactly what's going on here. That way I can articulate how I'm actually feeling. But I like to draw, nonetheless, and I think it's quite nice. It's going along quite nicely. I do miss you. Mother and I miss you so much. So whenever you want, you can come home. You're welcome here anytime. You're going to have to DM me for my address. We have moved several times since the last time because of the restraining orders and whatnot. But I do trust you this time. I think you're a different person. You sound different. You sound not as strange and odd as you used to, anyways. So I'm guessing you've changed. Quite good. All right. I am terribly, absolutely 1000% terribly. Like a tragic, epic poem from somewhere beyond the reaches of time and space. But it's Mother, who's been balled up in a closet for the past 36 years, who has been suffering the most, my friend. So get your bloody ass home and we'll make some pancakes and we'll have a day of it. We'll make it right. We'll set it right in the House of Cards. Forever onward shall ever always be called the House of Bricks. And this time we will do it right. We will regain our throne and we will take down the evildoers who stole our lands in the first place. What the fuck are we talking about? Seth, what is this? What are we even... Who... Huh? Sorry, I got out of character there just for a second. It was twined the evening 3 days ago this night, Seth, when the fan was full of shit, and the shit had hit the fan. Most likely in that order. Some kind of dark, ritualistic, unnatural order. And I belong to them. I'm a card holder myself. That's beside the point, though. It costs a lot to get into that club. But that's beside the point. It's a fun club. No, stop. We have seen, and we have heard, and now we know. Okay, that's it. Message retraction. And that's when we took up guitars and started writing country western songs, for now we realized that we actually lived in the country and it was just easier to write about our problems than actually dealing with them. And here we are. It's very true, Seth. Very true. About the shit you say. Very true. Most of the time I have extra clothes on, or at least I have an extra change of shorts in the car for that very moment. Doesn't happen very often, but when it does happen, believe me, you're going to want a change of shorts. Maybe some deodorizer, some kind of deodorant. I would never lie to you. Never. But I might fib. I'm a fibbler after all. Do you remember the time in 1986, Seth, when I fibbled my way through that bank vault, and I got 30 grand for each of us? I don't even know what you did with all of your money, Seth, but I know, golly gosh darn dang, what I did with mine. I gave it to my mum. And she bought a police department here in the town where I live in, and we've been living pretty darn comfortably ever since. Yeah, that's why I can go into the local Walmart, and we just get anything and throw it in our bags, and we walk right out, and they just don't even try because they know that we own the police, quite literally. They park their cars right outside in our front lawn, and I go out there as a joke and I say, "Get off my lawn!" There's a bunch of cop cars parked on our front lawn right now. They're just always here. My mom makes the best donutty biscuits. It brings all the cops to our front yard. LOL. Right? No? Oh, Seth, you know darn well how old you are. You might want to add another one in front of that first one. I know that you're far older than that. This is Seth from Montgomeryville, Alabama, 1893. No? Huh? There you go. That's better. That's far better. Now we're getting closer to the truth. Have you ever heard of the band called Jethro Tull, Seth? Well, now you have. Now you have. West Virginia, you say? That's quite remarkable. Seeing as though we all know that there's no such place. Now I know you're fibbing. Now I know I'm dealing with a fibbler of the domesticated sort. You better not be going anywhere. I know where you live now. I'm going to find you. Seth is only 13, but don't go away, Seth, you know what I mean. We can all be friends, I don't care where you're from. Don't go leaving, don't go leaving. We're talking about cheekbones, don't go leaving just because I didn't give you away. See you later now. You have yourself a honky-donk day, and I'll do the same. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate the company. Hate to watch you go, but I love to watch you leave. Wait, you're 13? No. Scratch that from the record. All right, here we go. Whoa! You said something else. You be safe out there, man. You take care of yourself. Make the world a better place. Make somebody smile today. Or do your best, okay? And don't take shit from no one. I think the style of this is called Doodling, actually. Hi, Bliss. I think droodle. I think droodling is a good term for this because it's not quite drawing, even though that's literally what it is, and it's not quite doodling, even though that's literally what it is. You know what I mean? Isn't that strange and cool? So droodle. I think that's what I'm gonna call it. You're a cow. I'm a cow. Everybody's a cow. Everybody's a cow, and they don't know how. I think I'm a cat 'cause meow. Oh, now I'm a cat. How? I'm a cow. Move over, Red Rover. I'm a cow, look at me now, Mom, holding up both hands on the roller coaster. I'm a cow, I don't have hands, I'm never gonna be able to go on a roller coaster no more. I'm in the field with my friends, eating grass, and that's where I'm at now, eating grass. I'm a cow, not on the roller coaster anymore, I'm a cow. And if you try to milk me, I'll kill you. It was just worth saying it. Sure do miss jamming with you. That was our favorite song to play together back in the day. And then we had our other number one hit. Do you remember that one? I'm a dog. That one's a little more rough. Jaden, before I say hello, just have a question for you. Do you have that $2? No? Because I could really use that $2. Oh, ow, god damn it, Jaden. Was that you, Jaden, or was that me? Jaden, come on, man. $2. And then we can forget all about that what you did back in 1987. That's right, I know what you did last summer in 1987. I remember it well. And don't tell me you weren't born yet. Nobody's gonna believe that. For the record, let the record show that Jaden has said hello to me. And I'm just trying to say hello back. This is Jaden from Tapioca, Tennessee. No? Yes? Tapioca Falls? 1983? Out in the pasture? No? Okay. Maybe. I'm gonna wait for my lawyer before I say anything else then. Does anybody want to talk about bread? Maybe? Coming to the edge of the page. And boy, are my arms tired. Well, I might come back later if I get bored or whatever, but I'm gonna go and watch some stuff with my mom and my aunt and have some fun. Just relax for a little bit. So I hope you all have a nice little afternoon. Hope you're safe and happy wherever you are. Y'all take care of yourselves. Make me proud.